Hi, it's me, Vicky Marie. This video I'm making, it's an update on the Madeline or Maddi Kingsbury missing persons case in America, in Missouri. I call it an update because there hasn't really been, unfortunately, many developments, but there's a few things that I want to tell you about. This is a video that I really would like you to share if you can, especially if you're in the United States, but wherever you are, because you just don't know who it might reach and who might have some information that's not been discovered yet. But let me tell you, if you haven't seen the other videos that I've done on Maddi, this is a case very similar to the Nicola Bulley case, really, I think. This girl, a 26-year-old Maddi Kingsbury, she disappeared after taking her children to school with her ex-partner. So, Adam Father, he's called. He's denied that he's had anything to do with her disappearance, naturally. But he's not speaking to Maddi's family. He's also done quite a few strange things, because what happened was, this is the story so far. Adam and Maddi, they're splitting up. Supposedly she was looking, but they had been living in the same house because, you know, for obvious financial reasons. They've got 2 children together. And that particular morning, which, let me just need to find the date, don't I? Let's see. She disappeared. It's quite a little while ago now, unfortunately. So obviously, the longer it goes on that she's disappeared and there's no no news about where she is, the scarier it is really for a family, I suppose, because, we wonder, will she be found, or at least will she be found safe? I mean, at the moment, I'm thinking, obviously our best case scenario is that Maddi is found safe, and, that's your best case scenario, that maybe she was kidnapped, maybe she's gone off on her own volition, but doesn't seem very likely from what everyone's saying. But that's the best case scenario, isn't it? That somewhere she is safe, maybe being held, but maybe she will be returned to her family at some point. However, as I say, the longer it goes, so she disappeared at round about 10 o'clock on March the 31st this year. So where are we now? We're on the 24th of April. So she's been missing more or less 24, 25 days. And she's from Winona. She disappeared from Winona, which apparently is a small town. I don't really know much about that town. They took the children to school that morning in her van. She has a van, which I've put a picture of on previous videos. I'll include the links to my other videos so that you can watch them and get maybe full detail. So I'm just trying to give you the basic background before I tell you what I've got to tell you today. So she was no longer in a relationship with Adam, and she was looking to move out of home. Anyway, they took the kids to school together that morning, which apparently was normal. Adam says then that he went off at 10 o'clock to run some errands in her van. Now, he has his own car, so there's your first question is, well, why did he go in her van? And there has been some CCTV footage released of him driving certain places, etc. There's been a massive search. There's a lot of volunteers are searching, the family are appealing, they've offered a reward, but so far nothing concrete as far as we know. Maybe that the police know something that they're not divulging yet. The police have said they don't want to actually name a suspect at the moment, but I think it's clear to everybody who the suspect is. So, she was considering moving closer to her sister, but she didn't want to go too far away from Minnesota, from where she'd been living with Adam, because she didn't want to take the children away. She was trying to be fair to him. She sounds like she's a very lovely person. So their children are 2 and 5, and they were in his care, but a social worker went and took them away. Apparently he had an uncooperative outburst with investigators, whatever that is. Anyway, luckily the children are safe. No one knows where well, I'm sure some people know where their children are, but they're safe away from Adam. What was the other thing I wanted to tell you about? Yeah, so she had communicated with her sister before just disappearing. Oh, he says he went off to do these errands, and when he came back later that day, she'd just gone, just disappeared, just like that. So a mother of 2, who had no, there were no signs, no red flags. She wasn't classed as a vulnerable person in that sense. She was doing well. She had a good job. She was studying a master's degree. I mean, this girl, she was, really sort of giving life all she could. And now she's disappeared. So there's not much more news than that, but I want to keep this case in the public attention for as long as we can, because it's important. Obviously all missing people are important. These people go, I will be doing a video just generally on missing people. There's so many people go missing, but I think it's always, some people want to go missing, some people deliberately go missing. This is the problem when the police turn up, or when people ring to report missing people. The police have got these inbred ideas of, because of, not for no reason, but because of what's happened before with people that have gone missing. They may turn up within a couple of days, or they go off and they create a new identity, so not everybody who goes missing is lost, as you could say. But I think in this case, you have to look at this. This is a woman dropped her kids off at school. There's no clues in any messages that she sent to her family or friends, that she might be thinking of doing anything or depressed, or there's nothing. This woman has disappeared, just like that, just at the time when she says to her ex-partner she's going to be moving out with the children. But not taking them away from, she wanted the children to have a relationship with the father, so she was trying to be reasonable. But something that's come out today that I just wanted to share with you, because it may have been yesterday, but it's so beautiful, and I think it makes us see Maddi. So I think it's important as well to see these are people, they're not just cases, they're not just something on the telly, these are real people living real lives. And this beautiful video has come out of her singing to her baby. Now this is a video that she made in 2021 when her child was only a baby. And as her brother returned from overseas, he was in the military, she sent him this beautiful video. So now, the other thing I want to say, some people have said like the sound quality is not very good. When I go down and do my videos in my classroom downstairs, the sound quality isn't very good. I know that's too echoey because it's so big down there, but and sometimes probably the way I show you videos, it's nothing really I can do until I can upgrade my video equipment, and that, I'm sorry about that. I hope you enjoy the videos anyway. I know they're a bit sort of, what's the word? It's like, they're homemade, aren't they? They're homemade but authentic. So that's, this is just me. I'm hoping I'm giving you interesting information, and hopefully it's helping in things. I'm sorry it's not super technical. That's just not me, I'm afraid. There are lots of other channels that are super technical, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. But no, I am going to be getting new equipment, a better mic. I know there's all sorts of things, but I need some help with that, and I'm on it at the moment. So let's watch this beautiful video. Oh, helps if you turn the sound up. Right, let's go back to the beginning. Sorry. You've got to bear with me, I'm afraid. Oh, gone off. Hang on, that must be the end of it. Let's do it again. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. Obviously, I'll put the link in the description box, but you can see that's Madeline singing to her baby for a video that she's sending to her brother. It's haunting, isn't it? So, please share this video. If you don't think that that will do any good and you don't want to share the video, then at least prayers, like our thoughts should be with Maddi and all other I mean, you know, this is just a needle in the haystack, isn't it? There's lots of missing people all over the world all the time. I think this is one of those cases again, because this is a mum who's just disappeared after doing her daily routine, you know, like Lacey Patterson, who supposedly was walking her dog, Nicola walking her. I think it always sort of, when somebody goes missing, gosh, how do I put this without... There are times when, like, you know, when I was young and I used to go out and I'd, you know, get a lift home from someone, or get the last bus home, or I'd walk home. Or, these are, you know, people go missing there. It's in... How can I explain it? But when somebody just goes missing, when they're just doing their daily routine in the middle of the day, it just seems so much more sinister, doesn't it? I don't know, because you can't see a reason for that. How could... It's more puzzling, you know, there's no rhyme or reason to it. And the children, you know, knowing that the children are there somewhere waiting for their mum to come back, and maybe we'll get to know what happened. I just hope it doesn't turn into one of those cases where we never get to know what really happened. This is my worry for the family. That's a living torment, isn't it, every day? As every day goes on, and then days turn into months and months turn into years. We don't want that to happen with Maddi's case. Adam, apparently, he's not doing any interviews, and he said that it was the police that told him not to do any interviews, etc. But the police have said, no, that's not true. They have not told. I imagine the police would quite like him to do some interviews, because they like to let these people run and, you know, say the wrong thing or give some inadvertent clues, because as soon as Adam does an interview, everybody will be on it, like checking his body language. He knows that, so that's why he's not doing an interview, probably. So maybe he'll get an attack, because if he was thinking he's going to get his children, I mean, I don't know how that would work. If this went on for months, years, would the children then end up with him? Anyway, which I hope not, because that doesn't always come to a good end. Anyway, so just thought I'd let you know, let you know that, share with you that lovely video if you haven't seen it, and also just keep Maddi's name alive. Just keep people thinking about her, praying for her, looking for her. If you know anybody in that area, and they might have some footage from their car or from their doorbell or whatever that can help the police at all. As I think I've said before, the police are at this point at the moment where they are asking for information, and that's normally because they haven't got any evidence, or they haven't got anything. It's when it goes quiet, that's normally because they're looking into things. At the moment, the police are actively asking people for information, and of course Maddi's family is desperate for information. Okay, so that's me. I will see you very soon in the next video. Remember to always live and love very carefully. And until I see you again, may your God go with you. Thank you.